Hey everybody, it's Addie, and I'm back to you with another book review. And so this week I read Choosing Wonder Over Worry, and I was really excited to read this book because they call Amber Rae the Brene Brown of Choosing Wonder. And so I was like, okay, I love Brene Brown, so I'm probably going to love this book. And I did love this book. I rated it an 8.5, and I gave it an 8.5 because it really made me think about things, really made me question where I'm at in my life and what I'm prioritizing and what I'm focusing on. And for that, I think it's really helpful. It works really as not just a book, but a workbook. If you can look in, I'll turn just to one page. There's different pages in here, like this one, where you can actually write out and kind of go through your thoughts while you're reading the book, not just learning about these concepts, but you're working out those internal things also, which is great. So I'm going to go ahead and before I read it, it was about 235 pages, and I read this book in 5 hours, which is wild. And I think because it functions as a workbook, if you're just strictly reading it the way I did, it probably was a fast read for that reason. But I'm probably going to have to go back. Not probably, I will go back, and I won't fill it out in this book just because I want to keep it intact. I did a little bit of highlighting, but not that much. I'm probably going to get my own journal and just go through the prompts. She gives so many prompts in here for you to answer different questions about what you're focusing on and what you want in life. And so for that, I think it's great. So I'm going to go ahead and read the description. The back has a bunch of little blurbs from other people, but I'm going to read the description and then I'll dive into some parts of the book that I loved. All right. From the powerhouse Mind Body Green calls the Brene Brown of Wonder comes a book that will shift the way we relate to ourselves and our emotions and help us reach our full potential. Wonder is what we're born with. Worry is what we learn. Now is the time to return to wonder. Why do we hold back from pursuing what matters most? Why do we listen to the voice inside our head that tells us we're not good enough, smart enough, or talented enough? And how can we move beyond the fear and doubt that prevents us from creating a life that reflects who we truly are? Choose Wonder Over Worry is your official invitation to face your fears, wake up to your truth, and get back to the source of what's holding you back. Journey with inspirational speaker and artist Amber Rae as she connects you with your voices of worry and wonder and teaches you to listen to your emotions rather than silence them, and encourages you to seize your dreams. Through a thoughtful blend of vulnerability, soulfulness, and science, Amber Rae guides you in expressing the fullness of who you are and the gifts you're here to give. You don't have to be held back by worry when wonder awaits you every moment of every day. Worry or wonder, which will you choose? All right. I actually got this book at the last bookstore in LA when I was there over Christmas time, along with some others. And so I've been waiting to read it. So in the book, she kind of talks about the different voices in our head that we hear, whether it's judgment, whether it's shame, whether it's anger, guilt, jealousy, perfectionism, not overachieving, but overstressed, all the different voices we hear in our heads and our emotions that come out that pretty much predict when things are headed our way. We choose to worry. We choose to focus on, oh, I'm judging that person, or, oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I suck, this, and that. And so she really breaks down the different emotions we face when we come across problems in our life. We come across challenges. I wouldn't even say problems, but challenges. Every challenge is an opportunity for us to sit with our emotions, not only sit with them, but it's an opportunity for us to get curious about them and not let them overtake us, but really figure out what's going on internally, mentally, and use that to our advantage. And so that's what I love about the book. There's two concepts that I loved. One of them was this idea of playing small. And so this is probably something I've struggled with in my life, where I will have an opportunity to do something, a solo, a breakthrough, or whatever. And I go for it at first, and then I kind of retreat because I'm afraid of, oh, if I'm too this or too that, or if I mess up, then it's going to be bad. So instead of facing the fear of failure, I would retreat and just take the easy road. And obviously that's not as gratifying, that's not as satisfying, but that's what I've done when I was younger. And so I'm learning now that in my life, I don't need to play small at all. I need to shine my light as bright as I can and be that person that I want to be and pursue the things that I want to pursue, with no apologies about it. You know, it's my life. I only live once. I'm only going to be in my 20s once. I have 3 more years of my 20s, and that's it. And there was also this section, I forgot where in the book, where she had a random chance encounter at a coffee shop with some 70-year-old lady who was just shining. She had the most beautiful dress on, and she just like captivated by her. And so she actually ended up talking to her, and they had a good conversation about the doubts and insecurities they've had in their life. And the lady was telling her, I've learned that I don't owe anyone anything, and I'm not doing anyone any favors by playing small or by choosing this or choosing that. I've decided to live and be authentically me and be true to myself. And she talked about how it led her on these different paths and how much more happy and fulfilled she is. And so just the idea of playing small, whether it's because we're uncomfortable or we don't want to make someone else feel uncomfortable, which that's a big one, is something that we have to think about in our lives. Are you doing something because you really love it? And if you really love it, are you jumping wholeheartedly into it? Or are you kind of doing what you love, but you're not fully letting yourself experience all the things that you should be? And so the idea of playing small is just an idea that I want to get rid of in my life. I'm not going to play small anymore. I'm not going to sit back or be hesitant about things. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to go for it. And so I encourage you all to do that in your lives and everything, to own every part of yourself, own even the negative parts that you don't like, and sit with them, rumble with them, and figure out what that is on the inside, and figure out how you can turn that worry, that anxiety, and get curious about it and figure out what's going on the inside. That's only going to take you further and empower you more. And so there was that idea, and now I'm forgetting the second idea I had, but one of them was about playing small, and this really struck home for me because she talked about like making yourself too busy for things, and then also perfectionism, and sitting comfortably. Those are things I've just struggled with. So this was definitely a good book for me. I would definitely recommend this to all my friends. If you're struggling with if you're good enough, if you can do it, if you're worried about playing small, if you're minimizing your accomplishments, minimizing your shine for other people, or because you don't know if you're going to succeed or not, cut it out. Like, you need to stop. You need to take all that in that God's given you. You need to shine your light. You need to be the best person you can be. And guess what? If someone else is reacting negatively to your shine, that's not your problem. That's a problem with them on the inside. So that's just something I learned from this book. It was a beautiful book on vulnerability. She shared her story. She shared her struggles of addiction, the passing of her father, and different events that have really shaped her and the way she is. And so I loved it. And you know, I'm going to give this a 9, actually, not an 8.5. I don't know why I gave it 8.5, but I'm going to give it a 9. It was an awesome read. It was a good, quick read for me, and I really enjoyed it. And so if you're looking for a good book to read, I would go pick up Choose Wonder Over Worry by Amber Rae. Sit down, take a couple hours, actually do the workbook stuff, because that's really going to help you. Don't just read it and be like, okay, that's like good information, but really sit there and really change the things about yourself you want to change. Really learn more about yourself. Like, that's what this is about. It's not just, I read it and like, I know some stuff, but are you changing? Are you growing? So that was this book for the week. And the book I was going to read for next week, I can't find it. I thought I had it. But is it here? Yes, it is. Whew, found it. All right, I have like a whole thing of books. So this was actually a book I started at the beginning of the school year back in like September, maybe October, is one that my professor recommended. He's always recommending books, like probably 50 books every class he's recommending. But I picked this one up on Amazon. It was a couple bucks. It's a used book, and it's called The Transparent Self. And so I started reading it, and I guess I put it down somewhere and forgot, but I can't wait to finish it and then share it with you guys next week. So if you watched, thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments or questions, put them in the comments below. And if you have any recommendations, I'm starting to get recommendations from friends and family, but if you have some for me, or even a book that you're not sure about that you want me to read for you and tell you what it's like, go ahead and put those in the comments below, and I would love, love, love to read them. I'm having so much fun with this process, and I appreciate all of you that are watching and supporting, and I will see you next week with a new book. Bye.